Hey guys, welcome back to 25 Sweetpeas. So I know it's a little bit late, but this is going to be my monthly favorites for July. I still can't believe we're in August. Like, this doesn't seem possible. Like, can we rewind to June, please? Yeah. But for this monthly favorites, it's kind of going to be a little different than normal because I don't really feel like I tried that many new things. So it's going to be a little sporadic, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about one certain thing that I actually mentioned in one of my last so many videos. So that is what today's video is going to be. Okay, so July was kind of a busy outdoor-y month, so I feel like I don't have many things that are a variety because I spent most of the month like inside doing stuff or at the beach, and the beach is the same, not the same thing over and over again, but like I'm not gonna have like item favorites, if that makes sense, although I do have shark teeth. I found a lot of shark teeth this past month actually, and I used to be terrible at finding them. Not saying I'm good at finding them now, but there was like a whole year of living here and not finding any shark teeth. So now it's kind of interesting. Like the other day, last week actually, I think I found 28 all in the same day. Like that doesn't happen very often. So I will show you how I store those actually. So let me grab that. Okay, so for my shark teeth, I store them in a maple syrup jar. So I'm not really sure. Oh, there you guys can kind of see. Like I have a decent amount. There's no glare there. So it fills up to about here. And it's pretty exciting because like my end goal game for these is to find enough that I can outline the shape of Florida and then like hot glue them all onto a canvas and then have like a Florida piece of wall art because I love anything Florida related, which you guys know that. But I guess that's a favorite. I don't know, I've been doing it a lot more in the month of July, so does that count? Anything else is... So first up, I have been trying out this NailKale Superfood base coat, which here's the packaging. It's not in it, as you can tell. It is right here, and the lid's gonna mess everything up. This is what it looks like in the bottle, and this is what I've been using as a base coat for this hand and on my mom's nails. And so far, we are really liking it. I'm waiting to have like a full month's use of a consensus type thing for me to actually like write a blog post about it, because so far I'm really liking it. It seems to be like, I don't have weak nails on this hand, but this index finger for whatever reason is always got like a peeling spot right over here on this corner. Like no matter what I do, it peels. But since I have used this, knock on wood somewhere, it's been really good. So I'm looking forward to like long-term results with this. And then of course I will talk about it on my blog and maybe another video dedicated to like nail care. I don't know. Do you guys want a nail care video? Let me know in the comments below. But I'll tell you a little bit about it. It says it's a treatment base coat enriched with kale. And then it says 94% said to have brighter nails. 76% said to have stronger nails. So it's kind of interesting to see what's happening with this. So far, so good. Like I said, I'm only using it on this hand because this is the only hand that nail polish stays on for more than a day. I try to keep this hand on for like a week at a time. It really just depends like when this hand starts chipping, because as you guys know, this hand is the one that's doing all the painting magic on this one. So this hand does have to look semi-nice in case it is in shot in a video. But for the most part, this stays on for a week at a time. Which, that was the first polish favorite. My second polish favorite actually is one you guys have been seeing a lot this month, but you haven't probably really realized it. It is the Nails, it's all Nails Ink this week. It's Nails Ink White Out, which is just their white polish. I love this formula. Like, it is amazing. It goes on perfectly. And something I've noticed about Nails Ink, because like this is the first year of using them, I just love their brushes. Their brushes are just like perfectly shaped. I will say the bottles are kind of hard to pose with whenever I'm doing pictures. But beyond that, because it's not really about that, the formula is amazing. The brush is amazing. And this is going to be a go-to white. And I already have backups. So I'm pretty excited about that. So if you're looking for a good white and you can find Nails Ink, or you feel comfortable ordering online, I would highly suggest Nails Ink Whiteout. It's kind of amazing. And those are my polish favorites for the month. So my next favorite, I talked about in my Topic Tuesdays video last week. Was that last week? I think it was. And I talked about my bullet journal. I just started bullet journaling this month, so I want to say maybe like 2 weeks ago now. And so far, so good. I'm not doing it in the normal setup of a bullet journal like one would set it up as a planner. I'm doing it as in whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it, and as a way to keep track of projects that I'm working on. And now that some of the ones that I tracked in here are done, I can kind of share it with you. So here is a look at my bullet journal. I feel like I need to do like a full video series on this. So if you guys want one, let me know in the comments. But this is my bullet journal. This is artist Loft brand from Michaels. It was $5. I didn't want to spend a lot on it just in case this was like one of those fad things that I don't keep with, but so far so good, and I'm really enjoying it, so I think I will keep with it. But I thought I would show you a few little pages, and I might or might not have plans on doing some bullet journaling videos, like regardless of what anyone says, but I do want to know if you guys are interested in them, because if you are, then I will definitely do that, because I'm working on something that might make it easier for me to film things with this. But I left the first so many pages blank. I know a lot of people put like a table of contents there or like a key to kind of understand how it works, but so far I don't really have a key or a certain method, but I probably will go through later and note like, this is in this part of the book, this is in that part, because I have kind of split it up in a non-orderly way. I just didn't want the stress of having to plan stuff out for it, so I'm just doing it as I want, whenever I want. Because I find that if I'm intimidated by how I have to set it up, or I feel like I have to do such and such before I do this part, then I'm just gonna like, oh, well, I can't do that because I haven't done this yet before, and I don't want that discouraging feeling, so I'm just trying to go by do whatever, whenever. So first up, I will show you, I did kind of go crazy on Pinterest and pin all the ideas. But one of the ideas that I loved was like swatching your markers. And I do have some, what do you call, brush markers, I believe? Yeah, dual tip brush markers. So I wanted to make a key for those. So here is a little look at the keys for my colors. So on this side, I have the Artist Loft dual watercolor brush markers, I guess is what they call it. A lot of people use them for calligraphy. I can't pull off calligraphy like whatsoever. I will do that part on the computer. But yeah, and then over here is like my Crayola marker guide. None of those markers were like named in the boxes or numbered. So for the oh, it says right there, watercolor dual tip markers, I kind of numbered all of them. So I took Sharpies on the actual markers and labeled those. And then I made that in the guide over here. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see this, but hopefully you can. And then for the Crayola, they didn't have any sort of form labeling, so I didn't worry about it, and I just put them all in the order that they are in the package, so hopefully I could go by that. And that is what this page looks like over here. I kind of wanted to make it look like they were like Polaroid things hanging off. I don't know if that really worked. No, I didn't really go for the Polaroid. It's just, you know, like little color samples. I'm not sure how to describe it, but I'm kind of happy with how it came out. And now I will show you some planning pages. So this month I did a video on shallow polish, which launched on August 1st. So that blog post is all done, so I can show you the behind the scenes part of it. So here was kind of the planning method for it. So I doodled the bottle and the logo and had some ideas because I've been trying out new things with like creating graphics with PNGs and different things of drawings that I've done on actual paper. So I kind of wanted to plan out the ideas. So like here were like the swatches with the names, concept. Then down here I had like my rating system and my swatch notes, which I don't always do swatch notes, but since this was like my first time ever using shallow polish, and also there were only 4, so I felt like it felt manageable, I went ahead and did that. And then over here I put like my to-do list, like different notes that I wanted to make sure and feature in the blog post, a promo code that I wanted to make sure and tell people about. Then just like my check off list, so like things for YouTube, things for Pinterest, Instagram, and the final like as I go list, because apparently I'm all into lists and making them. And I will have to say it is very helpful, so I don't forget, like, because now with so many things, like you're making story graphics, you're making Pinterest graphics, and sometimes it's hard to remember to make all of them. So a checklist by the computer. Super helpful. And that is what I did with that. So on top of that, I'm working on a few other pages in here. Like I've done one for the Zoya fall collection. And it kind of looks like this at the moment. I still have to go back in and put stats and different things, which I'm not going to do all the time, but I think it might be kind of fun. And right now I'm working on a must-have music thing from the summer of 2018 because it's ending and this is really sad. But I thought it would be fun to feature that in the notebook, and just because it's doodling practice, right? And if you guys want more information on this and you want me to talk about bullet journaling more, let me know, because I kind of want to do more on it. I'm not really sure what you guys think of that, but I think if I did it from the perspective of like as a nail blogger or beauty blogger, it might help people to understand how they could use it more for them. Because I know I'm always seeing it and it's like school related or work related, and I don't want to spend that much time on a school related planner. I don't want to spend that much time on a work related planner. But when it comes to writing my books, working on the blog stuff, I don't mind spending a little extra time working on it in here. I think that's fun. So for me to be able to mix those two, and it does help in other aspects, so I am going to keep with it, I hope. And hopefully you'll hear more about it. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'll show you. Next up, of course, is the time for music, because would it really be a monthly favorites without music? I don't think so. Okay, it's time for my favorite part of the video. And as I took that little pause there, I had it up really loud, which is why I'm now in like a super good mood. Because music is that way. It can literally make you so happy. And I love that about it. So July is an interesting month because my favorite CD came out in June, and I'm still like so totally obsessed with it. Only listen to it basically. Although there is one new CD that came out this month that I absolutely love, and actually it came out Friday, so that doesn't count for July. However, some of the songs were out in July, so we're just gonna count it in the same, because I knew it was coming out and I knew I was gonna buy it because the first half was really good. Because the first half was kind of released as an EP, so you know, kind of counts, I think, I hope. Anyway, it is by the band called Lovely the Band. And the CD is called Finding It Hard to Smile, and the whole thing is really good. But, of course, I do have a few favorites that actually were on the bullet journaling pages, so you may have seen it. I don't know. The first song that we're going to preview is called I Like the Way, and I want to say it is the second to last song on the CD. But in this case, which doesn't happen often, the last half of the CD is actually my favorite, and I think mainly due to the fact that I knew a lot of the first half already and already loved it, so the last half was more new and fresh to me. So yeah, we're gonna get into it because it's really fun. Okay, I have to stop it at some point. So yeah, that was called I Like the Way. Really great song. Now, I feel like I should go ahead and preview another song off that CD while I'm here. And one of my favorites that was already out that is on that, the song is called Make You Feel Pretty. And it's so sassy and fun. I feel like I might have already put it in one of my favorites videos because, like I said, some of it was out before August. So, but in case I didn't, we're gonna put it in this video. Again, this is by Lovely the Band and it's called Make You Feel Pretty. It's a really fun song, and if you want to get it, and you also are like me and you don't want to listen to an explicit song, if you have iMovie or something like that, you can actually go in and cut out the clip where they say the bad word that you probably don't want in there, and remove that and kind of just meld it together, and it works. That is my piece of advice. That's what I did. And it was totally worth it because the song is so fun and sassy, and I don't know, I just like it. Now, the next song that I'm gonna preview, because it is one of my favorites for the month, is actually probably my favorites from last month. It is from the new 5 Seconds of Summer Young Blood CD. This one is called Lie to Me, but this is the Spotify session, so it's the acoustic version of the song, and oh my goodness, it is so good. And I've come to the conclusion that they could basically sing any song, and I would like it. And also, quick note while we're on here, I think in my last video I talked about my Young Blood nail art. You guys can see it here, maybe. I don't know. If not, you can see it on the blog, which I'll link in the description box below. Anyway, I almost didn't do that nail art. Like, it was the third attempt. The first 2 attempts were fails. And I'm like, nobody wants to see fan art. And I just had, like, my head in this space, like, I shouldn't post this. Like, this is not a good idea. Turns out I went ahead and posted it because, you know what? Whatever. I'm going to go ahead. I felt decent about them. I love the idea that it was based off music and it was mixing my 2 favorite worlds. So I went ahead and did it, and turns out I was wrong and I was in my head. People did like it. It did very well. It actually turned out to be one of the biggest blog posts for the month of July, which is really cool because it went up the last week of July. And I was just like, wow, I did not expect that to happen. So next time you have this idea for a blog post and you're thinking, no, nobody's going to like this, go ahead and go for it. What's the worst that could happen? They don't like it. Like, that's not that much of a terrible thing. If you're happy with it and you feel passionate about it, or you just feel like this is so you, go ahead and do it. Somebody will like it. That's most likely going to happen. I can't tell you how many times where I've done a nail art design, I'm like, I don't like this. I'm not going to post this. And then I'll have a friend like, no, that's really good. You should go ahead and post it. So I'm like, fine, okay. I'm not going to put it on the blog though. I'll just put it on Instagram. Then I put it on Instagram and it becomes one of the top liked posts, most loved, most whatever you want to consider it. And it's like, wow, I almost didn't post this because I was too much in my own head. So like I said, next time you're thinking that, just go for it. I know that was like a little tangent rant thingy in the middle of nowhere. But I think sometimes we all need to hear that, because sometimes I think we all do get too much in our own heads and then don't do things that could potentially turn into something really cool. Back to the music. So the next song, like I said, is Lie to Me, but it's the acoustic version of Lie to Me. And it's amazing, and it's only on Spotify, which makes me a little bit angry, because if it were on iTunes, even though I owned the studio version from the CD, I would go ahead and buy it because it is that good. And I could listen to it on repeat for a long time because, I mean, I have. And I would continue to do so. So, let's go to that. If I ask you if you love me, if you love me, it's the AM and the moonlight starts to me. If I can make it till dawn, then it won't be hard to see. Yeah, I ain't happy. La 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 la. Yes, I know that you do me. If I ask you if you love me. It's so good. And because this video is kind of running long, even though I didn't think it was going to be that long at all, I'll stop now before you guys get super bored. So before I head out for the day and go to actually edit this video and write my Sweetpeas pics post, I'm going to tell you what I am wearing. So, not like literally what I'm wearing, like, you know what I mean. Like I told you, I was going to do the last video. So I've got 2 different colors on again, as usual. And this hand is exactly the same as last time. It is Nails Ink Glamingo. Then the other polish is on this hand. And you guys are going to be seeing this in a blog post and a video very, very soon. It is going to be up this week because this polish is coming out soon. So I'm not going to give so many details on it. But this one is a major holo polish, just so you know. Even though you can't tell on camera, it kind of looks like a gray from your point of view, I think. Or silver. But this one is a cupcake polish, and it is called Beta, and there will be information later on this one, so be on the lookout for that. I think that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, from the bullet journaling to the polish to the spraying random shark teeth. Like, this video was kind of all over the place, but it was kind of super fun for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time, and I think actually this week I will see you again on Wednesday with my actual face, which is still something I'm getting used to, but it should be for a Topic Tuesdays video. I know, on a Wednesday, but I think doing this is gonna help get things to a point where there can be more content, better content, and I want to say bigger content. I should say like fully loaded content, I suppose. I don't know, but we're gonna go with that. So again, thank you so much for watching. Now it is time for me to go edit and have some iced coffee. So I will see you guys later. Bye.